passenger riding alone late at night on the subway experienced a chilling moment when the light suddenly went out. The faint emergency lighting barely illuminated the empty car, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch endlessly. Every noise, the screech of the rails, the hum of the train, felt amplified, echoing eerily in the silence. With no one else around, the isolation hit hard, turning a routine ride into something out of a nightmare. I'm pretty sure the passenger could only wait, tense and alert, for the train to reach the next stop. A guy was exploring an abandoned underground station when something truly unsettling happened. A strange creature was spotted in the shadows behind him.
What did I just come across, bro? Yeah, I gotta go inside.
The timing made it hard to tell what it was, but its shape and movements didn't look quite human. And then there were the noises at the end. Low, almost guttural sounds that sent chills down your spine.
You from NYC? And you come across an abandoned location? Do not go in there. You think NYC is bad? Imagine the underground, bro. Imagine the underground. Stay safe, NYC. Stay real.
Whether it was an animal, a trick of the light, or something else entirely, the moment was creepy enough to leave everyone watching with goosebumps. Whatever's lurking down there, it's definitely staying out of sight, for now. A massive, dead rat was lying on the subway floor, already creepy enough. Then, out of nowhere, something under a trash can grabbed it and yanked it away fast. Too fast. The whole thing was weird and unsettling, like something straight out of a horror flick. What killed the rat, and what kind of thing just snatches it like that? Whatever it was, it stayed hidden, leaving everyone who saw it feeling uneasy and wondering what else might be crawling around down there. The subway station in NYC turned into a scene straight out of a disaster movie as the water started pouring in, flooding the platform. Commuters stood frozen, unsure whether to keep waiting or make a run for it. The sound of rushing water echoed through the tunnels, making the whole place feel more like a sinking ship than a subway. Watching the water rise was both scary and surreal, proof of how quickly things can go from normal to chaos in the city that never stops. The abandoned Worth Street subway station in NYC is a haunting relic of the past, left behind as the city's transit system evolved.
Don't panic. This is the last stop of the 6th train at the City Hall Brooklyn Bridge stop, but stay on it.
Its closure was a practical decision. Newer, longer trains needed extended platforms, but Worth Street's curved platform couldn't be modified to fit. Instead, nearby Chambers Street got the upgrade, and Worth Street was left to gather dust.
Actually proposed to the New York City mayor to make it into part of the New York City Transit Museum. He denied it because he said that it was a big security risk. Here it is. Keep your eyes open, everyone. Don't look away. Here it is. So the reason they actually stopped this because of this screeching noise. By 1945, they realized this was causing too much issues. The platform was too curvy, so it's actually a loop. So now we're going to ride back to the station we started at, the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall stop. So that's how you see it. Stay beyond the last stop, and you'll see it, and you'll get back to where you started. Stay curious, my friend.
Today, the station stands as a forgotten piece of history, its tiled walls and empty platforms a reminder of how progress sometimes leaves things behind. Hidden in plain sight, it's a ghost of the city's ever-changing subway system. Protesters, taken up in the frenzy of their cause in the Charing Cross station, raised their voices, chanting their support for Palestine. However, this wasn't sitting right with some people in the station. One of them couldn't take it anymore and charged at an unsuspecting man who found himself shielding himself from the punches thrown at his head.
We'll be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free!
A man was walking a woman on a leash in the NYC subway. And yes, it was as strange as it sounds.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I mean, sure, it's New York. Weird stuff happens, but even the actual dog in the scene looked confused, like, what's going on here? And while the leash thing was bizarre enough, what really got me was the people just touching the subway floor like it's no big deal. The leash, the floor touching, it was a sensory overload of what the heck is happening? Honestly, only in New York could this even feel remotely normal. Just another day on the subway. The amount of strange costumes, questionable choices, and outright bizarre behavior never fails to amaze me. A truly nightmarish scene unfolded in the NYC subway when a man, sleeping on the station floor, became the unwitting host to an army of rats. Underneath his blanket, the swarm moved, their shapes clearly visible as they crawled and darted beneath the fabric.
Yo. Yo.
Oh my God.
Thankfully, they run away at the end. At a New York subway station, a shirtless man stood on the steps, screaming in a guttural voice that echoed through the tunnels.
Oh no.
His erratic movements and the raw intensity of his voice were deeply unsettling, stopping some commuters in their tracks. A surreal moment unfolded on the subway when a massive snake was spotted hanging from one of the train's overhead bars. The sight was both shocking and unnerving as commuters scrambled to keep their distance while some stared in disbelief. In a broken-down, abandoned NYC subway tunnel, a lone figure sat quietly, smoking. The dim light barely reached the edges of the tunnel, casting long shadows on the crumbling walls. The person seemed completely at ease in the eerie stillness, just creepy. A rat made its way onto the subway and it had people running for their lives, Honestly, how come people didn't bat an eye at all the weird stuff we saw earlier in the video, but a tiny rat has them running to the exit? But then again, this is an NYC rat, so you never know what radioactive substances it's infected with. Some guy dressed as a mouse putting on the most chaotic performance you could imagine.
I think I am from 1 to 10. How good? How good? I'm really good. Sugar boo. I'm super good. I'm gay in a happy way. Cause gay means happy and happy means gay. I'm very gay. I'm very gay. When I say yay yay, you say yay 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 yay. Hey, I got a question. You're gonna get it right. Ready? If I'm gay in a happy way, why I wanna go to McDonald's?
He was on the subway steps, belting out a song about being gay and wanting a happy meal, all while flailing around like he was auditioning for a villain role.
I want my happy meal. I want my happy meal. I want my happy meal. I'm super what? Yo, I'm super what? I'm super gay. Yeah!
The whole thing was so over the top, it left people either laughing nervously or avoiding eye contact altogether. It was one of those moments where you just had to stop and wonder, is this art, madness, or just another Tuesday in New York? A monster rat was spotted chilling on the subway tracks, and the wildest part, it didn't even flinch as the train barreled toward it. This thing looked massive, like it owned the station, and the train might as well have been background noise. Seemingly drunk to stupor on power, he tried to intimidate the woman by claiming to be an IDF soldier. That wasn't enough as he walked closer to her, invading her space. Moreover, she had her phone out to show the man she wasn't scared of his threats. She wouldn't back down, challenging him boldly, despite the situation. Swiftly, the security stopped him from harming her. He wilted immediately.
Yes, I need you to repeat that. Dirty Muslims. They're being anti-Semitic. Assaulting a young girl. And you are vile. You are below it. You're an excuse for a human being. How dare you? And you're not. How dare you? You're the one putting hands on women. Disgusting. I'm fully trained as an MMA fighter. You don't want to touch me. I'm an IDF soldier. I don't give two flying. That's what you want to do. I'm here to get him away. Why are you to get him close to you? For real. IDF soldier.
Truly unsettling moment unfolded when a man refused to leave a woman alone, hovering and pressing for attention despite her clear discomfort.
No, I can't. No, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. Huh?
Instagram. Just Instagram.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
No. Sorry, I have a boyfriend, I can't.
I'm Instagram. Just tell me Instagram.
No.
Okay?
No.
Where are you from?
Philippines.
Filipino.
Yeah.
Come on, please.
I can't, I'm sorry.
These situations are far too common and highlight how important it is to set boundaries. If you ever find yourself in a similar position, remember, you don't owe anyone your time or conversation. Ignore, walk away, and if possible, carry something like mace for your safety. These interactions shouldn't happen, but being prepared can make all the difference when dealing with someone who doesn't understand no. I don't even know how to explain what's happening in this clip. If you can figure it out, leave a comment down below for everyone else.
Sorry.
Check out this footage from a creepy subway station that was captured by a commuter. No way it's empty. Who would feel safe waiting for the train there? I'd rather walk.
Así se ve el metro de Nueva York. Tenebroso. Así que cuando leyen de nuestro metro, por favor recuerden cómo es el metro de Nueva York. ¿A dónde? ¿Ahí? ¿Ahí? Sí. Ahí está. Oh, ahí está.
Acá hacemos una asomada.
The exit at 34th Street, Penn Station, has a vibe that's straight out of a horror movie. Dim lighting, endless shadows, and that unsettling mix of silence and faint, distant echoes. It's the kind of place where every step feels too loud, and every flickering light makes you wonder if you're really alone. Add in the occasional drip of water or a gust of air from the tunnels, and it's enough to send a chill down your spine. Even in a city that never sleeps, some subway exits feel like they're hiding secrets. Creepy doesn't even begin to cover it. This is footage of an abandoned New York train station, and from the looks of it, I'm glad it's abandoned. Who knows what would go on here? A disturbing moment unfolded on the subway when a man sitting quietly suddenly started hitting his own head with his hand.
He made me give him the credit for all my money. He raped me.
Things escalated as he began repeatedly banging his head against a pole, the sound echoing through the car. Passengers watched uneasily, unsure what to do or how to react. The scene was unsettling, a raw glimpse of someone in distress that left the whole car tense and on edge. It was the kind of moment that sticks with you long after the ride ends. Although they saw something was wrong with him, they avoided him, not knowing his next move. He shocked them by lashing out at an unsuspecting bystander with his belt. The sound cuts through the air. Two men hoped to subdue him, but cowered as he threatened to hurt them as well.
White people get black in it. Simple. I don't care.
He got on the train thinking he could get away with his actions. He didn't anticipate that the police would corral him and force him to heel.
Let's go. I don't know. Come here.
Train can't go over there. He's lashing out people on the train. On the train. He's speaking at them. Forget the vocabulary. It's what the physical acts are.
What's the problem? Fighting with anybody. You need to
This is beyond unsettling. Why is he doing that in public? This is just plain disturbing. A man on the subway letting his dog lick his open mouth in front of everyone. It's uncomfortable enough to watch in public, but the real unsettling thought is, if this is happening out here, what's going on behind closed doors? The whole scene has people side-eyeing, trying not to gag, and questioning what makes some people think this is okay. Definitely one of those subway moments you wish you hadn't witnessed. A snake on the subway. It's not your typical commute. Someone brought their pet snake along for the ride, casually draped over their shoulders like it's the most normal thing in the world. The passenger went to the London tube station with a device to read the environmental pollution in the area. The reading he gets shocked him. According to his reading, a particulate matter, PM, known as PM 2.5, is present in the place at a risky concentration, almost reaching 150.0 micrograms per cubic meter as soon as the train zipped away from the tunnel. This is quite risky, as anyone inhaling the air in the tunnel would be breathing in smoke, soot, dust, ash, and pollen, which would compromise your lungs' health.
Here we go. Train goes off. And as it pulls away, see there, it's going to suck in all the air from that tunnel. Should go down for a second, and then all the filth will come in about 10 seconds time. Here we go. That's coming in from that tunnel. Right, so every time a train pulls away, that happens basically. And that's proving the point. Sucks it in from the tunnel, and there we go.
A woman was sitting quietly on the subway when a man suddenly got down on his knees in front of her. Without any warning, he asked, "Will you marry me?" But what made it truly unsettling was what he said next. Yeah, okay, as if that would make it less terrifying. Props to the girl for staying calm and not engaging with this creepy man.
Will you marry me? No. I'm gonna take that as a...
New York, subway passengers witnessed a chilling sight over the weekend. A man dressed as a rat crawling up the stairs, dragging a massive slice of pizza in his mouth. The bizarre and unsettling scene left onlookers frozen, unsure whether to laugh or flee. The man's slow, deliberate movements and grotesque costume added an eerie tension to the already chaotic subway atmosphere. One passenger, clearly unnerved, leaped up the stairs to avoid crossing paths with the costumed figure. What would you do if you saw this while riding the subway? You have to wonder what is wrong with that man, because no one in their right mind would lay on the floor of the subway and scream like that. You can see the panic on everyone's faces when he does that. Even the dog wants no part of it. But it gets worse because it looks like this is an everyday activity for this man, and this time he's got a buddy to do it with him. I wonder why security doesn't intervene, because there is no way people feel safe riding with someone so unhinged. It was an astounding sight to the people waiting on the train at the station. Down in the train tracks, a figure, a human, who appeared to be mentally unwell, crawled on all fours on the tracks. He cared no where he was or the impending danger he was in, to the dismay of the people watching. The man kept making loud, beast-like sounds to the bystanders, some shrinking back, others frozen in place, unsure if they should move or stay still. The postman in the high-visibility shirt was just walking down the side of the train tracks of the London Underground train station. From the look of things, the postman appeared to be heading somewhere, but something, unknown to everyone present, triggered a homeless-looking man who was sitting in the seats. Before anyone could react, the man lunged forward, and in one horrifying motion, he shoved the postman onto the tracks with an incoming train a few feet away. A few brave bystanders rushed forward, pulling the postman from the tracks in a desperate, adrenaline-fueled frenzy. In about a few minutes, the train would reach the Eglinton station and the passengers could alight, but things wouldn't go so easily. The man in the blue shorts attacked the man in black, but as the fight played out in front of the passengers, it was evident the man in blue was trying to defend himself from the frantic assault of the other man. Immediately, people scramble out of their path as the man in black pulls out a knife and chases the other man through the train. The man in blue screams for help as his attacker chases him. The passengers saw the attacker stabbing the man, and they all ran the other way.